yeah, what would you suggest to someone like me who doesn't really know about publishing a book, planning on doing their first one?
That's a good question. So, when how long have you been working on it?
Uh, Several big years.
Okay. So you got a lot of content already.
Yeah, it started as an album, like lyrics, and then I kind of shifted it into poetry over the last year or so.
Have you shared it with anybody?
Yeah, just
Okay.
friends and family.
Yeah. So I share with friends and family. Great. That's great to do that. And these questions are leading somewhere, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Um, I'd also share with other people that aren't close friends, but that would be willing to read the book for you, maybe business associates, things like that. Because what you really want is to get feedback on the book, and then take that feedback and incorporate it to the best you can in your book. The way that we did it, we wrote 3 different books. We wrote Periodization, then we wrote our first self-published 12-week year, and then we wrote the actual 12-week year book for Wiley. And in that process, all of these books were started with feedback from our clients and were modified by that feedback. So I think that when you're ready to publish, it's when you've got a book that, it says what you want it to say, it's incorporated some of the thoughtful input from your readers. And then, what we did, so long ago, this was basic, just knocked over my office light. Sorry about that. That was kind of wild. Anyway, when we first started, we were well before a lot of the not modern technology exists. So we basically just had a typesetter book. We walked into our office library area and we picked the book cover we liked, which was a 3-striped cover. It had 3 different colors on it because it was an easy cover. And we changed the colors, but we just duplicated the 3-striped cover. This is this gold, blue, and black, right? And then we published it. We had it printed to Kinko's, and the first time we did it was saddle stitch, and that would fall apart. So we had it actually bound at Kinko's, and then the Kinko's and FedEx would join together. So then FedEx would ship it. So that's how we published. We didn't Amazon. I don't know how big Amazon was at the time. If they were, they were probably pretty small back then.
Yeah.
So we didn't use that. So I'm not really the Amazon guy, but there are some good guys out there for that. I know they make it really easy, and the one thing I would say is that I wouldn't chase Amazon bestseller, because people do that and they get, they can have everybody buy their book, between 12:30 and 1 o'clock in the morning when nobody else is buying that book in that little niche that you're in. And then, it looks like an Amazon bestseller. I wouldn't chase that. I try to, before I put it on Amazon, I try to have some people who are willing to go in and buy the book and just kind of buy the book, from that process and let people know about it. But getting to Amazon bestseller is it's kind of a con game a little bit. So
yeah, does that maybe highlight kind of a value for you that's also reflected in these goal systems of longer term plays? Not just going for the low hanging fruit.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole purpose. And I offer you to join us at the Lightning Draft, but we're only writing business books. So we're very, very, very niche focused on that. But there's a lot of stuff in there. So it's outline the book. Get a zero draft of it, kind of put it together. What's your best book value proposition? And at every stage of the way, just get feedback from your cohort. Just how you like this idea. And every time you get to the zero draft, which is just the chapters kind of roughly populated, roughly outlined, and then you get it to the real draft where you're going to launch it, right? Which we call the lightning draft. And that lightning draft, I'd shop it to people. I get their feedback on it, and I make edits even then. Get it, kind of dial it in. And once you've got it to where you want it to be, then get it out there.
Gotcha. What would you say is like your quality standard with work? Like you're emphasizing feedback here is, like with work that you're sharing, published work. What qualities? How does quality play into it? Like, when do you feel this is something worth publishing? This is ready to go.
Yeah, I forget the exact saying, but you're never done writing your book, right? You'll publish it before you're done writing it, because you could keep writing it and revising it forever. The quality has got to be that, in my view, that it has utility somehow for people. right? So
Okay.
in your case, writing a book of poetry, there's a lot that happens in the heart and the mind when you read poetry, and there's a utility to that. I don't mean it's an economic utility, but just there's value in it,
Mhm.
right? And um, that's something that when I've done my best to get that kind of there, I don't keep tweaking it, because like you can always make things better. You can always There's always one more thing you can do, but making it better doesn't make it more powerful in the market. It doesn't make it more powerful for its readers. It just means it's maybe a little more accurate here. But I think that letting the book go. If you're a perfectionist, you'll never get your book out there.
Right.
Your book will never be perfect.
Um, Interesting. Uh, so, uh, well, yeah, what do you hope to see in the future of your business, the future, like what impact would you like to see carried into the future?
Well, that's a really good question.
Yeah, what kind of gaps do you see, or yeah.
Yeah, because I'm at the age now where that's kind of what I'm looking at, is the legacy stuff. And um, to me, the book "Living On Beyond Me," the concept of people being able to set their goals and make them happen more effectively. There's a lot of stuff out there to help people hit their goals. I'm not saying we're the only book, but I'd like ours to kind of live beyond me, that people can, 50 years from now, can pick it up and get stuff done. I mean, the world will be very different 50 years from now. It's going to be different, 15 months from now, let alone 50
Yeah.
years. But, yeah, I think there's something about human nature that's going to stay the same. And I think as long as there's people trying to accomplish goals, I think, and I'm hoping that our book is part of that sphere.
The way you've built the system, do you think it's like a timeless system? Do you think it's kind of